Okay. Let's sit up tall. Okay. Good day, everyone. This is Stephen Chang coming to live from 333 Grand downtown Jersey City, New Jersey. Please visit my website, simhayoga.com, for the hybrid schedule, which is in person here at 333 Grand, as well as through Zoom. You can register for class through ubindi.com. And if you're watching this on YouTube, classes are $10, and you can pay through Venmo or PayPal. Payment information on the bottom of the video, as well as my website, simhayoga.com. Today's class is Intermediate Advanced Lab. Make sure that if you're working with any kind of special conditions or limitations, that you do modify or skip poses altogether, always making good decisions about your movement practice so that you don't create any injuries or perpetuate injuries. So Intermediate Advanced Lab is a level 2, level 3, so make sure that you modify as you need. All right, if you need to elevate, sitting up on a block or a blanket, go ahead and do that. The palms face up. And fingers come together, mudra, thumb and index fingers touching. Ground evenly through your seat, elongate through your spine. And let your inhales even out with your exhales. Three ohms together, inhale. Keeping the eyes closed, hands together in prayer on front of the heart, pressing the thumbs into your heart, heart back into the thumbs, lifting the heart up toward the sky, setting your intention for yoga practice, devoting your practice to someone or something or to yourself, your supreme self that lives within your heart. Chanting the mantra for purification, purifying the space in which you practice yoga. Call and response. Om Pavitraha, Om Pavitraha, Pavitrawa, Pavitrawa, Sarva Vushtan, Katopiwa, Katopiwa, Yaha Smarit, Pundrikaksham, Pundrikaksham, Sapahya, Sapahya, Bihyendraha, Bihyendraha, Suchihi, Suchihi. Beginning to open the eyes, palms face up, fingers come back to Jnana Mudra. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, right ear to the right shoulder, right hand to the left side. Yeah. So I heard, yeah. And chin toward the right shoulder. Release, back to center, drop the right hand, left ear to the left shoulder, left hand to the right side. Chin toward the left shoulder. Release, back to center, drop the left hand, chin toward the chest, big circles with the head in one direction, ear to one side, roll it back. Opposite side, roll the center. A few more rounds. And chin back toward the chest and pause. And then taking the opposite direction. And chin back toward the chest. Lift the chin parallel to the floor, neutral spine. Extend the legs forward, separating your feet. Hands supporting to either side and turning your toes toward each other. And then roll out. Draw in, roll out, draw in. Outer rotation, circling. Back to center, switch them around, inner rotations. And back to center again. Cross your shins and take the opposite shin on top, a non-dominant crossing of the legs. Inhale, arms up high and extend. Exhale, twist to the right. Stay twisting and turn the cheek to look forward. And then so you're looking over your left shoulder. And then gently draw the chin toward the left shoulder. Lift the chin back to neutral. Gently turn all the way back. And then inhale, come back to center. Exhale, twist to your left. Left hand behind you, right hand to your left knee, and looking behind you past your left shoulder. Maintain that twist. Start to turn the cheek to look forward past your right shoulder. And then chin toward the right shoulder. Lift the chin back to neutral. Gently turn all the way back. And then inhale, back to center, arms up. Exhale, side bends, right hand down, left arm overhead, and extend. Stay side bending. Gently turn the cheek to look upwards toward the sky. And then take the gaze toward the fingertips and lifting your chin to point the chin up toward the sky. Then start to take the chin back to neutral. Turn back to center. And then look down past your right fingertips. And then chin toward the right shoulder the best you can. Lift back up to neutral, turning back forward, and then come all the way back up to center. Exhale, side bending, over to the left. And start to turn the chin to look up toward the sky. And then take the gaze to look past your fingertips and point the chin toward your fingertips. Draw the chin back to neutral. Start to look forward again and look down past your left shoulder and toward the left fingertips. And then the chin toward the left shoulder. Take the chin back to neutral. Start to look forward again. Come all the way back up to center. Extend the legs forward. Inhale, arms up. Exhale. Reach forward, grabbing your feet, ankles or your shins. Then re-lengthen your spine. On the exhale, with a neutral spine, hinge at the hips to draw forward. Inhale, start to lift back up. Keep the legs as they are. Right hand behind you. Left hand to the outer right leg. Inhale, lengthen and look forward past your left shoulder first. And draw the right shoulder back behind you to twist. And then again, the best of your abilities. Chin toward the left shoulder, looking downwards. Now lift the chin back to neutral. You're going to take the gaze to look up toward the sky, point the chin up toward the sky, and then slightly behind you, and then start to look back behind you. And start to turn the chin back to center, looking forward. Reach your right hand further back. Lean the torso slightly back as well. Press your left hand to outer right leg and deepen your twist into your spine. And then once you have that deeper twist, start to look behind you, past your right shoulder toward the fingertips again. So for me, I have a little less range in the turns. I'm looking toward the corner of the mat behind me on the right side. So you don't have to look all the way back if you don't have that range of motion. All right, start to lift back up to vertical. Square back to center. Inhale, take the arms up. Exhale, twist to your left. Left hand behind you. Right hand to outer left knee. Lengthen your spine, looking forward, and then draw the left shoulder more actively back to deepen your twist. And then the chin toward the right shoulder. And then as you start to look upwards towards the sky, point the chin up toward the sky, and then start to semicircle it back in space. And as you start to look back behind you, maintaining your rotation of your spine, so you don't have to draw your chin toward the left shoulder, just keep it neutral. Right? This range is pretty deep already, so you don't have to go any deeper. Now keep the twist of the spine and start to look forward once again. Walk your left hand slightly further back, lean back a little bit, and then deepen that twist as you start to turn and look behind you once again. So again, you don't have to look at the hand or directly behind you. Maybe toward the corner of the mat on the left side is good enough. And start to lift back up as you start to look forward. Inhale, raise your arms up high. Exhale, side bend over to the right. And this time, just gently turn the cheek to look down and let the left side of the neck get long as you release your neck. Inhale, take it back up. Other side, left hand to your floor, right arm up, and side bending over to your left. And once you get to side stretch, just turn your cheek toward the floor, looking down. Let the right side of the neck get longer. Right? So you don't have to go too active in your stretch, but just let the head release. Inhale, lift it back to neutral. Take the hands back behind you. Outer rotations with your fingers. Grip the fingertips to the floor. Lift the chest, broaden your shoulders, and gently start to look up. Keep the back bend. Keep the chest broadening and the upper back engaging, and then start to look forward, and then chin toward the chest. And start to release. Draw the left heel in. Draw the right heel back, creating a letter S with your legs. Walk your hands over to your left side. You can be in your fingertips or you can be flat with your palms. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, start to twist as you bow forward about halfway. Stopping at the halfway point, inhale again. Exhale, twist a little bit deeper. Bow forward even more. Now release that action a little bit by lifting. Take the left forearm down to the floor with your right fingertips. Reach out and to the floor. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, traction your right fingertips out. And grip the fingertips to the floor and walk it out. Get into the stretch of the right shoulder, right side. If you have even more rotation and stretch in you with your right hand, walk even further to your left and maybe even further back and just keep rotating and keep reaching. And we want even more intensity. Let the right shoulder descend a little bit. So you're going now into more of the thoracic twist. And gently start to walk it back in, lift back up to center. Keep the legs as they are. Exhale, twist to the right. Back to center, left hand to the floor, right arm is up as you lift and reach your right hand over the right ear for the left side stretch. So in case you guys haven't noticed, we're going for deep stretches today. All right, and then reach the right arm up across the collarbone, back in space, and open into back bend. Keep the back bend, right hand behind you for half bind, and press your right hand to your lower back, And draw the front of the right shoulder up and back. Keep lifting into back bend. And start to release. Take the seat back down, draw back to center, and switch sides. Right heel comes in, left heel goes back, a reverse letter S. Then walk your hands over to the right side, supporting with your hands on the floor, palms flat or your fingertips. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist and bow forward about halfway. Stopping at the halfway point, inhale again to reset. Exhale, twist deeper, bow forward even more. So go at your range. Release the action a little bit by lifting the torso up and then taking your right forearm down to the floor for full support. And with your left fingertips, reach out and traction your left fingertips to the floor. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, reach forward and to the right. If you have more twist in you with your left hand, walk your left hand further back in space and further to the right. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, crawl it out even more. And then with that, if you want even more intensity, left shoulder starts to descend a little bit more, deepening into your thoracic twist. And Natalie, you okay with all these stretches right now? Okay, good. And begin to walk back up to center. Keep the legs as they are. Exhale, counter twist to your left. Back to center again. Ground the right hand to the floor as you lift up. Raise the left arm up over the left ear, reaching toward the right side for the side stretch. Then raise the left arm up and behind you for the back bend and the heart opener. Keep that back bend. Left hand behind you for the half bind, and use the resistance of the top left hand to the lower back to draw the front of the left shoulder up and back in space. Release, left arm back up. Take the seat back down to the floor. Extend both legs forward and separate your feet about mat width distance. Right hand to the floor, left arm is forward, bend your left elbow. Inhale, draw the left elbow back. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, draw the left elbow back. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, draw back. Exhale, twist. Stay twisting. If you want more range, turn the cheek further behind you, looking past your right shoulder. Keep a twist of the spine and turn the cheek forward to look past your left shoulder. Take the gaze back to neutral, reach your left arm forward and up. On the exhale, side bend over to the right. Inhale back to center. Side bend over to the right. Inhale back to center. Side bend to the right. Inhale back to center. Left arm forward and toward the right foot. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, reach toward the right. Inhale back to vertical. Exhale, reach toward the right. Back to vertical. This time, reach toward the right. Grab the outer right leg. Inhale, re-lengthen. Exhale, deepen that fold. Release. Take it back up to center. Left hand to the floor. Right arm forward. Bend your right elbow. Inhale. Draw the right elbow back. Exhale. Twist to your left. Inhale. Draw back. Exhale. Twist. Inhale. Draw back. Exhale. Twist. Stay twisting. Keep the twist. Start to turn to look back behind you past your left shoulder. Keep the twist. Start to turn the cheek forward to look past your right shoulder. Take the gaze back to neutral, looking forward. Reach your right hand forward. and up. On the exhale, side bending to your left. Inhale back to vertical. Side bending to your left. Back to vertical. Side bend left. Back to vertical. Stay here. Reach the right arm forward and steer it toward the left side. Inhale, lengthen here. Exhale, reach left. Inhale, back to vertical. Exhale, reach left. Inhale, vertical. Exhale, reach left and stay there. Right hand to grab the outer left leg. Re-lengthen your spine to neutral. Exhale, deep in the fold. Release. Come back up to vertical. Take the feet even wider. Hands, outer rotation, slightly behind you. Broaden your shoulders. Lift the sternum. Gently look up. Come back to neutral with your spine. Press your fingertips to the floor. Start to lean the torso forward. Now, once you get to the point where you start to feel like your upper back is beginning to round, I want you to stop and then re-lift your upper back. So you're looking for a slight back bend on the upper back. So resist a little bit. Now, once you adjust to that, if you have more depth than you can walk your hands forward. Re-lengthen on the inhale. Exhale, if you have more mobility into your hips, keeping a neutral spine, walk your hands forward. Take a breath or two, then re-lengthen, progressively, slowly, incrementally, walking your hands forward, and then going deeper and deeper into the forward fold in a seated position. You have 3 more breaths. All right, so staying relatively low, we're taking a side stretch here so you can walk it in a little bit. Press your left arm to inside the left leg. Extend the right arm out and then over the right ear to the left side. Now, if you have the range to bind, you can take the right hand to bind to the left foot. Now, even if you have to bind, let's take a half bind. Raise your right arm up and behind you. Press your right hand to your lower back. Let the front of the right shoulder draw up and back so you can rotate the torso even more upwards toward the sky. And then getting a little bit more stretch and openness through the front of the right shoulder, the upper chest on the right side. Re-extend the right arm up and overhead, and then take the right hand to the floor. You're going to square the torso over your left leg. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, deep in the forward fold. Go as deep as you can. And begin to walk your hands back in. Keep it relatively low, and you're going to then make it over to the other side. Press your right hand to inside the right leg. Extend the left arm out and over the left ear, and then deepening by sliding your right arm further out. If you have the bind, you can take the bind here once again. If you don't, just keep reaching through your left fingertips. Half bind, raise your left arm up and behind you. Press the top of the left hand to your lower back to draw the front of the left shoulder up and back in space, rotating more the front of the torso upwards toward the sky. Then re-extend the left arm up and overhead. And then let the left hand come to floor to inside the right leg. Square the torso over your right leg, framing your right leg. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold even more. All right, so hopefully with all the stretch we have kind of gone through here, that in this forward fold, you have gotten into a deeper fold than you may normally go into in this particular shape. All right, begin to square back, walk it back to center, lift the torso back up, taking your thumbs to the occipital ridge, which is the ridge of the skull, and then interlace your fingers behind you and draw the elbows out. With your thumbs, pull upwards along the occipital ridge and lengthen through the spine. If you have a little bit more range, gently lift your sternum, gently look up. Come back to a more neutral position, elbows in toward each other, and gently chin toward the chest, and apply ever so slightly a little bit of pressure to the back of the head to get more length to the back of the neck. So you don't want to press too hard, just a little bit. And start to release, lift back up, releasing your hands. Hands to your insides above your knees. Pull up so your knees will bend. Soles of feet together, knees apart. Let's walk your feet slightly further forward for Tadasana. Hands to grab the inner feet or threading the arms underneath. And then as you come into forward fold, you can round your back as much as you want. So take a very easy, soft forward fold. And start to release, make your way back up. Swing the legs back behind you, hands and knees. All right, on the inhale, kick the right heel back. Exhale, draw the right knee in toward the nose. 3 times. Inhale, kick back. Exhale, right knee in. Inhale, kick back. Exhale, right knee in. This time, inhale, open up the knee to the right side, and then pendulating back to center. Open to the right, back to center. Open right, back to center. Open right, kick the right leg back behind you. Look past your left shoulder to look for the sole of the right foot. Square back to center, reach your right heel back, and then bend your right knee. Reach back with your left hand. Grab the foot, kick back and lift. Release your left hand down. Step the right foot out. With your left hand, walk it 1 handprint wider, 1 handprint further forward. Inhale, raise your right elbow up. Exhale, thread it through 5 times. Inhale, lift. Exhale, thread. Inhale, lift. Exhale, thread. Inhale, lift. Exhale, thread is 4. This time, inhale, lift. Exhale, thread all the way through. Right shoulder, right cheek toward the floor. And then deepening that twist by pressing your left hand to the floor. Press into your left hand. Lift back up. Walk it back to hands and knees with just your hands. Sorry, just your hands. Then right hand, 1 handprint wider, 1 handprint further forward. Inhale, raise your left arm up. Exhale, thread it through 5 times. Inhale, lift. Exhale, thread. Inhale, lift. Exhale, thread. Inhale, lift. Exhale, thread. This time, inhale, lift. Exhale, thread. Again, left shoulder, left cheek comes to the floor. If you can bind the left hand to the right outer ankle, take that And then left shoulder, left cheek comes down to floor. You can keep your right hand to floor or the right hand up and behind you for the half bind to your lower back or your inner left thigh. And then stacking your shoulders, rotating. And start to release. Right hand comes back down. Lift back up to center. Walk your hands back to hands and knees and take the right knee down. And then let's take 3 cat-cows to neutralize. Tucking your toes under. Lift the tail, lift the back of the head. Exhale, round the spine. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Back to neutral. Inhale, kick your left heel back. Exhale, left knee in toward the nose. Inhale, kick back. Exhale, left knee in. Inhale, kick back. Exhale, left knee in. This time, inhale, open out to left side. Exhale, pendulate it back to center. Inhale, left. Exhale, center. Inhale, left. Exhale, center. This time, inhale, left. Kick your left leg back behind you and look past your right shoulder for the sole of the left foot. Square off, re-extend the left leg back, bend your left knee, reach back with your right hand, grab the foot, tiger pose, kick back for back bend. Then release your right hand down, step the left foot out to left side. Walk your right hand, one handprint wider, one handprint further forward. Inhale, raise your left arm up. Exhale, thread it through 5 times. Inhale, lift. Exhale, thread. Inhale, lift. Exhale, thread. Lift. Thread. One more. Lift. And thread. Left shoulder, left cheek comes to the floor. And pressing your right hand down actively to deepen that twist. So actively draw the right shoulder back. As you press your right hand down, actively reach your left fingertips toward the right side for the outer left shoulder stretch. Press into your right hand, lift back up, and walk just your hands back into the shape of hands and knees to reset. Then left hand, one handprint wider, one handprint further forward. Inhale, raise your right elbow up. Exhale, thread through. Inhale, lift. Exhale, thread. Inhale, lift. Exhale, thread. 2 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, thread. This time, inhale, lift. Exhale, as you thread, reach for your left outer ankle. Right shoulder, right cheek comes to your floor. You can keep your left hand down for support or the left arm up and behind you to your lower back or your inner right thigh to twist. And release your left hand back down. Lift the torso back up. Walk it back to hands and knees and 3 cat-cows again. Inhale, draw the navel down, raise your tail, raise the back of the head. Exhale, round the spine. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Come back to neutral. Lift the knees, down dog, and start to pedal out, walking out side to side. All right, come back to stillness in your down dog. Inhale, raise your right leg up. Exhale, right knee in toward the nose. Inhale, kick up, open up the hips, bend the right knee. Right knee to outside the right arm and touch. Kick back up. Knee comes into twist. Kick back up. Stepping your right foot forward. Warrior 1. Exhale, open it up. Warrior 2. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, side angle. Extended side angle, left arm reaching forward. Half bind, left arm up and behind you. Full bind if you have that. Right arm underneath and grab the other hand. Release your binds. Inhale, come up. Reverse warrior. Lengthen out the right leg. Triangle. Right hand to top of the shin or to floor. Left arm up. Extended triangle. Left arm reaching forward. Half bind. Left arm up and behind you. Stay in the half bind or working on the full bind. So if you're taking the full bind, bend your right knee and take the full bind first from your side angle. And then once you have the bind, lengthen out the right leg for the bound triangle. Now release your right hand to the floor, left arm up, come back to triangle. And let's revolve that. Left hand to the floor. And let's frame the right foot first. Hands to either side, re-lengthen, exhale, fold forward into your pyramid, and then we'll work on the rotation. Then keep your left hand down. Raise your right arm up to twist. Extend it, revolved. Right palm face down and reach your right arm forward. Half bind, right arm up and behind you, and twist deeper. Then keep the half bind. Bend your right knee for half bound, revolved side angle. Then lift the torso slightly and hook the left arm to outer right knee and twist deeper here. And for those of you who have the full bind here, you can work on the full bind. And then we're going to go into revolved half moon here. If you have the full bind for revolved half moon, take it. Otherwise, left hand forward about a foot, shift forward and balancing. And then we're going to take this into seated spinal twist. If you can maintain your full bind to come to seated spinal twist, you can take that. Left knee behind the right heel, taking a seat down, and then keeping a full bind if you have it. If not, right hand to the floor, left arm is up and twist. Inhale back center. Exhale, counter twist to your left. Yogi's option, if you want to take Kundiasana 2, hands come to the floor to your left side. Hook the right leg to the right arm, extend the right leg out, lift the left knee, shift forward, and arm balance here. Two more breaths. Begin to break, make your way back. Warrior 1, step the right foot forward, rise up, arms up high. Exhale, open it up. Warrior 2. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, regular half moon. Right hand forward about a foot, loop up to right side. Once you connect to the balance, if you want to bind, Shavasana, left hand to left foot. Or the full pose, both hands to your left foot. Start to release and shift back for Skandasana. So left foot comes down. You can always use your hands to support. As you start to transition back into the squat, Skandasana squat, try to keep the left heel down if you can. If you have to be on your tiptoes, then support with your hands. If you can free up your hands, hands together in prayer. If you want to take a bind, wrap the left arm around the left shin, right hand back behind you to bind. Releasing hands, reach your hands forward to a diagonal and just reach out as far as you can as you release your head. And then start to walk your hands back in. Take the seat down for the full Skandasana. Right hand to grab the left ankle, side bending over your right leg. Reach your left arm overhead. Either extend the left arm forward or take the bind. Either stay here, or if you're working on the squatting Vishvamitrasana, you can lift your seat. Dig the right shoulder underneath your right knee, ground the palm. Left hand to grab the right foot, extend out. You have 2 more breaths to work through this. All right, wherever you are, start to think about finishing up, coming back to the seated position, and then lift the seat. Step the right foot down, transitioning through Warrior 2, Reverse Warrior to stretch it all out. Exhale, hands to the floor. Chaturanga, dog down dog. Inhale, left heel up. Left knee in toward the nose. Inhale, kick up, open up the hips, bend the left knee. Left knee outside of the left arm in touch. Kick back up. Knee comes into twist. Kick back up. Stepping your left foot forward. Warrior 1. Exhale, open it up. Warrior 2. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, side angle. Extended side angle, right palm face down, reach forward. Half bind, right arm up and behind you. Stack your shoulders, draw the front of the right shoulder up and back. Stay here or the full bind, left arm underneath, and make sure then you make the adjustment of lifting the upper torso, leaning back, stacking your shoulders, and looking up. Release your binds. Inhale, come up. Reverse warrior. Lengthen out the left leg. Triangle. Extended triangle. Right palm face down and reach forward. Half bind. Right arm up and behind you. Now stay here in the half bind. If you're working with a full bind, bend your left knee. Thread the left arm underneath. Then lengthen out the left leg. All right, release your left hand down, come back to the triangle, and then right hand to the floor, and frame your left foot with your hands. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, fold. So coming into your pyramid. Then right hand stays down, left arm up to twist. Left palm face down, reach forward, extended revolve triangle. Half bind, left arm up and behind you, twist deeper. Stay with the half bind, bend just your left knee and twist into your revolved, half bound revolved side angle. Lift the torso slightly, hook the right arm to outer left leg and twist here. Now for those of you with the extension for the full bind, go ahead and work for the full bind. We're going into revolved half moon. So if you're able to maintain your full bind for the balance, take it. Otherwise, right hand forward about a foot. Tip forward to balance. And then if you're able to maintain your full bind into your seated spinal twist. Right knee behind the left heel and gently take the seat down. Almost there, Shauna. Left hand behind you, right arm up. If you're not taking the full bind, keeping the full bind, and then taking the twist. Inhale, release back to center. Exhale, counter twist to the right. You may remain here. Those of you who took the arm balance, hands to your floor. Left knee to left arm, kick the left leg out, chaturanga your arms. Tip forward, and maybe right foot comes off the floor. So you were able to do this side, not so much the other, huh? Yes, I must have missed the first part and I saw you coming down. All righty, let's break. Step the left foot down, rise up, warrior one. Exhale, open it up, warrior two. Reverse warrior. Exhale, half moon. Left hand forward about a foot, look up to left side and balancing here. Then once you get to the balance of half moon, if you're taking the binds of Chapasana, right hand to right foot, or both hands to your right foot. And then when you're ready to break and come out of the pose, squatting Skandasana. Right foot comes down, supporting with your hands, and shift back. If you're on your right tiptoes, keep your hands supporting. If you can free up your hands together in prayer. If you're going for the bind, wrap the right arm around the right shin. And start to release your hands. Walk your hands forward and slightly angled off to the left. And then bowing forward. And then let's take the seat down and taking a full Skandasana. So adjust your seating as you need. Then left hand to grab the right ankle, side bending over your left leg, reach your right arm overhead, either just reaching forward or taking the bind of the right hand to your left foot. So this is your Skandasana, your God of War. So again, you are staying here. Or if you're working on that squatting Vishwamitrasana, lift the seat. You're going to draw the left knee in. And then digging your left shoulder underneath, ground the left palm. Right hand to grab the left foot, pick up the foot. And then as you start to extend the left leg out, you can thread, head touch your arm, and see if you can take the full pose here in a squatting Vishwamitrasana. Alrighty, let's start to break. Lift your seat back up. Start to transition back forward through the warrior two into reverse warrior. And the hands to the floor, chaturanga, up dog, down dog. Bend the knees. Exhale, walk or jump your feet forward between your hands. Feet together, knees together, rise up chair. Stepping on the left foot, draw the right knee in. Sew the right foot in your left leg. And let's take the tree with the hands wrapping behind you, broadening shoulders, reach your knuckles back. Oops. And as you broaden your shoulders, lift through your sternum, and maybe even gently looking upwards a little bit. If you want a side bend, you can start to tip the torso over to the right. If you want to really challenge your balance, you're going to square the torso over your right leg, and then maybe nose in toward the knee. When you're ready to break, start to make your way back to vertical, releasing your hands, reach your arms back up. Step the right foot down chair. Exhale, dive forward. Let's take 3 breaths in a forward fold to let everything release and let the legs recover. All right, second side. Bend the knees, rise up chair. Stepping on the right foot, pick up the left knee, tree pose, second side. Once you have your balance, wrap the hands back behind you. Take the opposite thumb on top, broaden your chest, reach your knuckles back, lift your sternum, and then maybe even take a look slightly upwards towards the sky. You may remain here or start to side bend over to the left. Or if you took the more challenging balance of squaring your torso over your left leg and then start to draw the nose in toward the left knee. Then when you're ready, just start to come back to center. Then releasing the arms, step the left down chair. Exhale, dive forward, forward fold. Crow pose. Hands forward about 1.5 feet, 2 feet if you're a little bit taller with longer limbs. Draw the arms back, knees to back the arms, gaze forward, and shift into your balance. When you are ready to break, walk back, jump back. You can take chaturanga, duck, down dog, or just go straight back to down dog. Inhale, left heel up. Step the left foot forward, crescent moon, right knee comes down. Extra padding to your right knee if you need to. Walk your hands to the top of the thighs. And let's stay with your hands to your thighs first and just lunge forward and keep it here. And just work on the quads, the hips, so as. And then now let's add the mid and upper back bend by lifting your sternum up, gently looking up, and then leaning the upper torso back even more. Then keeping that back bend, extend the arms out and out to a side, and the palms are facing forward, and start to rotate the palms gently upwards. So your upper back is engaging as you spread the collarbones, the front of the shoulders, the pecs. Keep the back bend, keep the palms facing up, reach your arms up and back. You can keep it in a wide position, or you can take the arms really close toward each other, up to you. And then start to release, hands to your floor, to the ins of the left foot. Turn the left toes out at an angle. Walk the hands forward and flattening toward the floor. In your lizard, you can stay on your forearms. If you have more range today, maybe you're making pillows with the hands and resting your forehead. If you have even more range, you're working to flatten the chest towards the floor. And Natalie, that looks good. Looks pretty easy, so that's nice. Yeah, nice hip opening there. Yeah, so this is quite deep into your hips, your quads, and your inner thighs, glutes as well. All right, start to walk it back in. Turn your left toes back forward, frame your foot, tuck the right toes under, half split, shift back. Your hips over your right knee, flex your left foot. Supporting with your hands, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, deepen the forward fold if you can. So going into your left hamstrings, left calf. So we're working toward a split, so we're going to work incrementally, hip opening, hamstring stretch, hip opening, hamstring stretch. All right, let's start to step the left foot back down. Walk your left foot further forward, maybe about 3 or 4 inches. Lunge your hips forward again, so going into the hips. Shifting back once again into your half split. The next time we come forward, we're going to work toward a split with the front foot being flexed. When you're ready, gently slide the left heel forward. You can inch your right knee back. Slide the left heel forward, inch your right knee back, and gently make your way into whatever Hanumanasana split pose you have today. Just take your time, work incrementally, honor whatever your flexibility is. We'll take a few more breaths here. For those of you who have a comfortable split and can do some variations here, one could be side bending of your left leg into a bind this way. Or you can take your mermaid binds here. All right, you can take mermaid one, grabbing the outside of the foot. And see if you can balance here. All right? Mermaid 2 is a lot harder. Yeah, I'm just going to keep it here. I can't take the binds. All righty, when you're ready to break, lift the seat gently, draw the left heel back. Then step the left foot down, Ground the palms, tuck the right toes under, step the left foot back, extend the malasana, heels together, toes apart, and then draw the seat toward the heels into this deeper squat with your arms extended. All right, so this is my favorite way of neutralizing. If you have others, you can take whatever you want. All right, make your way back to your down dog. All right leg up. Step your right foot forward. Crescent moon. Left knee comes down. So we're starting with just your hands to your thighs and working on the lunging of the hips forward. All right, so just concentrating on your quads, hips, psoas. And then keeping your hip opening, press your hands into your thighs, lean the upper torso back, gently start to look upwards. Keep the back bend. Extend the arms forward and start to reach the arms out and expand. And as you reach your arms out, start to rotate the palms slightly upwards toward the sky as well. Then start to reach the arms up, either in a wide position or closer, maybe parallel to each other, whatever feels good for you today. All right, starting to break. Hands to the inside of the right foot. Turn the right toes out at an angle. Walk your hands forward about a foot and lower it into your forearms, into your lizard. If you're feeling a little bit more range today, making pillows with the hands, resting the forehead. If you have even more range, maybe the chest and chin toward the floor. Go as low as you can. All righty, start to make your way back up. Walk your hands back in, turn the right toes back forward, tuck the left toes under, half split, shifting your way back toward the left knee. So line up the hips with the left knee, flex your right foot, inhale, lengthen your spine, exhale. Forward fold, keeping a more neutral spine. All right, step the right foot down. Inch your right foot forward, 3 or 4 inches, and lunge forward once again. So deepening that lunge, and then going back into hamstrings one more time. All right, shift back to your hamstring stretch. So these are your preparations for your Hanumanasana, your split. So when you're ready, sliding your right heel forward, left knee back, right heel forward, left knee back, and work yourself into whatever split variation you have. And for those of you who have a little bit more range and taking your variations, rotating to your left, side bending over your right leg, into your bind. All right, if you're attempting for your mermaids again, mermaid 1, grabbing the outside of the foot, kicking back. Mermaid 2, grab the inside of the foot, slip the foot to your elbow crease. And then we can take the full bind. feel more open on this side. I'm going to attempt. Oh, wow. I even have King Pigeon today. Wow, the stretches did a lot for me too. I haven't done this in a year, this comfortably at least. No, I haven't done it in a year, and I tried. Alrighty, when you're ready to make your way out, as you lift your seat up, gently slide that right foot back in. Shift back forward, tuck the left toes under, and stepping it back into extended malasana, heels together, toes apart, extended squat. All right, down dog. Gently start to walk your feet forward toward your hands and take the seat down. Let's take a forward fold one more time, Paschimottanasana. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold, grabbing your feet, ankles or your shins. Once you have the support of the hands to your feet or your legs, re-lengthen for more neutral spine and then hinge at the hips to draw forward. I'll give you a bunch of breaths here to work more deeply into a forward fold with a more neutral spinal position. Do the best you can. Alrighty, start to release. Gently lowering onto your back for bridge. Bend your knees, walk your heels in. Feet are separated by hips width. Fingertips feeling for the back of the heels. Once you're set up with the legs, then draw the heels, press your heels down as you lift the seat up. If you want to take the hands into a fist and walk your shoulders in, feel free to do that. If you have an even deeper back bend and want to go for a wheel, feel free. 3 more breaths in your bridge or wheel. Alrighty, when you're ready, start to lower your seat. Once your seat is all the way down, gently hugging your knees in. And once you have your knees in, take some circles in one direction a few times, and then take in the opposite direction a few times. Once you've done both sides and you're ready, start to keep the left knee in, extend the right leg out into reclined twisting. Left arm out to a T and gently twisting to the right. Back to center, switch legs, switch arms, twist to the other direction. And gently take it back to center. Hug both knees in. And then when you're ready, step the feet to the floor, slide the legs forward, Shavasana, final relaxation. Let it all go. Feet are separated, toes are gently turning out. Arms alongside the body, palms face up, eyes are closed. Beginning to draw your breath back in and start to move the fingers and the toes. When you're ready, reach the arms overhead, stretching in opposite directions. And then rolling over to the right side and come up to a comfortable cross-legged position. And let's take your non-domination on top. Reconnecting to an even seat, lengthy spine, shoulders broad, breath deep, and let the neck be free. Enough for Om. Hands together in prayer, bowing forward, sealing in the practice. Come up. Namaste. Thank you so much for being here this morning. And thank you for sharing your practice with me. My name is Stephen Chang, coming to you live from 333 Grand in downtown Jersey City, New Jersey. Please visit my website, simhayoga.com, for the hybrid schedule, which is in person here at 333 Grand, as well as through Zoom. You can register for class through ubindi.com. If you're watching this on YouTube, classes are $10, and you can pay through Venmo or PayPal. Payment information on the bottom of the video, as well as my website, simhayoga.com. Thank you for joining me. See you next time.